I didn't think you're going to show up. It is pushing 11 a.m. currently, and we did have your interview scheduled for 10:30. So if you do want to get seated, we can go ahead and get started. I apologize. I had to catch the bus and all my papers. I brought all my papers. So what currently makes you want to join Mesh Mesh?
Uh, See, I just think I have what it takes to be a mesh candidate.
Now, if you want to know more about me, they call me Meshy. So it's like I feel like I go with Mesh Mesh. So they call me Meshy, and man, I've been through a lot growing up, man. I didn't have my parents around, and it was like so much stuff. It was so much stuff. It makes me real emotional at times. I never knew what I could do, but I knew I could do it all. And and I was even adopted. I was adopted growing up. And I don't want to say this to make you feel bad, but I was starved. I went through it all. I don't want you to feel bad for me, but it's just my life. Everything I went through, it's been like everything on top of everything. Bills keep piling up. Debt. I brought the outline, right? It's filled with just debt, debt. So I understand you are going through a lot, and I sympathize with you so much, and I'm so sorry that you did have to experience that growing up. I just would like to say, let's be mindful during this interview and just keep the interview appropriate and just to the point, okay? What do you bring to the company? Right now, we are looking for potential candidates who can fulfill this lead role in maintaining the Mesh Mesh products, as well as fulfilling the orders to Mesh Mesh and providing great and excellent customer service.
I'm good with customer service. I'm good with customer service. If the customers want me to talk to them, I could do it. It's nothing to it. For me, at least. I'll just talk to them and say, what's up? Like, I don't know. What do you want me to help you with? Maybe I could get the manager. Or I'll tell them, I'm sorry, we can't go through with this transaction or something.
So I would like to hear your skills and attributes and what you can provide to the company. What makes you a good fit?
I knew how to make a great fit when I saw the listing. I said, I'll make a great fit because I know what to do when it comes to most jobs. It's not that hard.
Okay, did you hear about us locally? Were you surfing the web? Do you have a specific source where you found us?
Uh, I didn't find it locally. It wasn't local. It was more like I saw in my papers.
Ah, okay.
It was online. I printed off the listing. I said I was gonna just print the listing off, and after I printed off, I said I'm gonna come down and do it because I already knew I could do it. So
Right. So here at Mesh Mesh, we are really big on our customer service. We do expect you to give your all in whatever you do and be very detail orientated when it comes to the Mesh Mesh products.
yeah,
There's so many different products that have similarities, and you do have to pay close attention that you're not mixing up Mesh Mesh orders, okay, for the customers. We want them to be able to mesh together,
to mesh it together.
but still have different unique features that makes it best for our consumer. We want people to still be able to see the value in the Mesh Mesh company and the corporation.
Yeah,
So I would like to add that here at Mesh Mesh, we are big on being a team player. Candidates who are good team leaders, who are able to direct a group of people, contribute ideas and presentations.
I come up with good ideas, really good ideas, And I think I could be the leader of presentations. I could pinpoint different ideas and push them in the right direction.
We aren't big on micromanaging, but we do like to keep an eye out on our employees to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Is there someplace you'd rather be right now?
No,
I'm looking over and I'm noticing that you're slouching.
I'm just slouching. I just want to really soak in what you're saying. I hope it's not a problem. That's why I'm slouching. But also, I'm making more mental notes.
Okay. Okay, let's continue. The roles that we are looking to fill, we do want someone who can be a team player and isn't afraid to be direct, but empathetic and compassionate to other employees. Are those chips you're eating?
My bad, I'll put my chips up.
Let's continue. We are trying to conduct better mesh products, so we need someone with the ability to help throw in ideas.
We will rock you. We will.
So yeah, as I was saying, there is a lot of room for growth.
Room for growth. I like that.
Right. We do give people the opportunity to advance and learn new skills that they can use to be higher up in the company. We do want a potential candidate to be the CEO of Mesh when the current CEO retires. So that's something to look forward to.
I always want to be a CEO of something. I dreamed about being a CEO.
So I see here on my screen that you were previously employed at Burger King. Can you share your experience there and what made you leave Burger King and want to apply here at Mesh?
Burger King sucked. I was overworked and underpaid. I would come in late, sometimes 30 minutes or sometimes 2 hours. But it was like I noticed they're messing with my money. They're messing with my money. I didn't get all my pay on my pay stubs. So I had to leave that job. That job wasn't for me. That's why I was like, I need to go somewhere where I'm valued and appreciated. So I didn't like that job too much. That's why I was looking around. I saw this listing. I knew I would be a good fit for this job. This job wouldn't do me like that. I know you wouldn't do me like that, like Burger King. So I wanted to know, how much am I going to get paid?
As we're moving further along into this interview, I do understand that you have questions in regard to pay rate and time off. Well, right now, we aren't going to touch on those topics. We are saving that for candidates that do end up moving forward to the second and third interview, and all your questions will be answered. It's just not appropriate right now for the interview and the first step of the process.
Yeah.
I am glad that you did decide to show up and go through with this interview with me, but I just don't know if you'd be a good candidate.
I just need this job. I'll do whatever. Please.
I'll lay you to rest in pieces. No picture on a t-shirt, like you never existed.